Hello, welcome. This is Blockchain Bloom, the blockchain educator. I'm Attila Pink, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that there was $100 million exploit on the Binance Smart Chain. So let's talk about that because Binance Smart Chain is one of the most important blockchains out there. The second thing I would like to talk about that today, the job report going to come out in the United States, and it's a very interesting thing that. A case when a very good news is coming out, it's not really good for the market. But let's talk about it. And then we have Namibia, which is in South Africa. And they did something which actually can help definitely virtual assets, trade in the country. So I'm going to talk about that as well. All this in today's video. So let's do it. And if you would like to get these daily fresh cryptocurrency and blockchain news, simply just subscribe to this YouTube channel, Blockchain Bloom, subscribe button, bell button, oh, that's it. And then you're getting the notifications as soon as a new video is out, because every single weekday I'm doing them for you. And also hit the like button if you like this kind of content. And now let's go straight to the market, where we can see that Bitcoin is at the moment almost 1% down in the last 24 hours, $19,995. Ethereum actually moving kind of sideways, hasn't moved really in the last 24 hours. With this, $1,357. When we're looking at the winners, we have here Casper coming up with 13%. Then we have Ravencoin 5% and XDC network with 4% up. Losers, Helium is leader with 8% down. Then we have Algorand 4% and Lido DAO about 4%. And then we have here BNB, and I'm going to talk about about this reason very soon. And when we're looking at the candlestick chart, I just wanted to highlight the fact that when we're looking at the Bitcoin chart, then we can see this here, and this one, it's definitely a falling wedge on the weekly. So, and the top of the wedge here is really when the top price was, around 69,000 US dollar. And since then, this is what we're witnessing. And we do know that this is originally a bullish pattern. Depends from where the wedge you're looking at. You can get it starts here. It can, obviously, the big one starts there. And if we break out here, this could bring us actually higher, but it's easy. It can happen that we, it's going to be a resistance, and then we come down further, and then we break out. So we will see how it plays out. We cannot go too much down, to be honest with you, because then this will bring Bitcoin price much more. So this is like a technical thing, but we do know that there is a bigger and bigger support around Bitcoin now. So it's not likely to bring it down very much, but it can be still pushed back from here, and then maybe then the second, it's not second, actually in the next, put it this way, next breakout, it might breaks above it. Yes. Okay. One thing I would like to show you that today is the premiere of this movie. It's a documentary called Coin about Coinbase, and it's out today. So today is the premiere. So if you would like to watch it, it could be a great movie. I haven't seen it. I've seen the trailer. You find the trailer on YouTube and many other channels on Vimeo and so on and so forth. But I'm definitely going to watch it because I'm curious about it. Okay, and now it's time to move on to the first topic. And the first topic, just as I said, BNB Smart Chain, had an $100 million exploit. So let's talk about it. Well, these kind of things, exploits, are happening on several chains, but now this one is now BNB Smart Chain, and this is major because it's really linked to Binance, which is the biggest cryptocurrency exchange by volume, And as you can see, the good news, start with that, the BNB Smart Chain resumes operation after $100 million exploit. So it's working again. It's back on track. So the chain is back in operation after pushing out a software update to freeze hackers' account. So they had made here a software update on the BNB chain, and this actually now fixed the problem. So basically, it's back on track at around 6:40 UTC time. The chain validators adopted a software update that would close the exploit used by hackers to drain funds off chain. And let's zoom in a little bit. So BSC chain was halted earlier on Friday after an exploit was discovered and drained $100 million in crypto from the platform. 7 million of the total crypto has already been frozen, and luckily the team reacted very, very fast, and also nobody was really hurt. Interestingly, look in here in CZ's post is that an exploit on the cross-chain bridge BSC token hub resulted in extra BNB. So actually somehow extra BNB was created, and CZ also reported here that we asked all validators to temporarily suspend BSC. This issue is contained now, and of course they apologizing, but the good thing that they moved really, really fast and they fixed it. So these kind of things can happen. You should be aware of it, but the way Binance handled the situation, I think that was good and professional. So good that they reacted very fast, and nobody was basically hurt. And it's just like this is some kind of extra BNB. It was created by the hacker on this cross-chain bridge. Okay, excuse me. So this was one of the big news today. Now let's move on to the next one. Next topic, it's all about that today is when, the job reports coming out in the United States. And it's a twist in the story, because if it's good news, it's maybe not that good news. So what I mean, let me explain. So actually, we are in a bad economic shape in the whole world, basically, but obviously the United States is also suffering. But interestingly, there are more and more people getting jobs and working, and actually the unemployment rate is low. And this is not normal in recession times, to be honest with you. And right now, you see here the headline that Friday's jobs report could be a case where good news isn't really good. So what do they mean? So in normal times, strong job gains and rising wages would be, considered a good thing. That's normal, of course. But these days, they are exactly what the U.S. economy doesn't need. Economists surveyed by Dow Jones expect to report will show that payrolls increased 275,000 in September, while the unemployment rate held at 3.7%. An upside surprise could mean a more aggressive Fed could roil the market. So the problem is here that what we do know that the Fed is keep increasing the interest rate. They had in June, July, and also in September this 75 basis point increase, which is kind of killing the economy in a way. And if the report shows that jobs up, the unemployment rate is okay, it could show the Fed that, okay, we can continue as aggressive as you're doing right now, which can even, put the global economic situation even in a worse place than it's now. So it's a very, very interesting thing. It will be out today, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, which is here where I'm doing this video in Hungary, in Europe, and it's 2:30 p.m. So it's not yet out, but it's coming today. And this can bring an interesting twist, because if these numbers are too good, maybe the market is reacting in opposite direction and going down. Okay, And the next topic, I would like to talk about Namibia. And Namibia's central bank's decision, which is definitely for crypto. So here we go, another small country, but again for crypto. So Namibian central bank is saying that the virtual asset remain without legal tender status. So they're not giving the legal tender status, just like El Salvador did at the first place. But merchants can still accept them as payments. So the Bank of Namibia recently said it has brought virtual asset and virtual asset service providers under its fintech innovation regulatory framework. So they working on it, how to make this area work, and that is plans to amend applicable laws and regulations. So they would like to shape their regulations away in virtual assets favor. According to the central bank's governor, there is an ongoing battle between regulated and unregulated money on the one hand, and sovereign versus non-sovereign money on the other. And here in this country, so they pretty much said that yes, it's not legal tender, but the merchants can still accept it and can therefore use it. People can pay with it, and who knows, maybe this will be makes it legal tender in the future. This is just the warm-up. Also CBDCs can come as well. So what we can see that the world in many countries, and really when it comes to this cryptocurrency, even as legal tender, or that they can accept it, I mean the merchants, it's usually for small countries first. But this is how everywhere the adoption starts. More and more small countries, and sooner or later, biggers will join the game. I'm not saying this is like in a couple of weeks, couple of months time, but the next couple of years can be actually interesting, which way this revolution is going. And yeah, these are just like tiny little extras to it, but it will add up in a couple of years' time. To a big thing, I think. This is just my personal opinion. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Don't forget, every single weekday I bring you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news. Therefore, subscribe to this YouTube channel if you would like to stay up to date. And the weekend is coming, so I wish you an amazing weekend. And on Monday, I'm back with the freshest. Have a good one. Bye-bye.